Hey everybody, welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place to be for tips, tools, and strategies to help you build a profitable business that's fun to run and take the hassle out of your hustle. So today is coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations. And we're going to be talking about what is your motivation. So Terry is here too. She's working on some things with her uh, laptop, but we have her via iPad. Hi, Terry. Okay, well, I'm sure she'll be talking with us very, very soon. So, we were having a conversation today. What's your motivation? Why do you do what you do? I want to thank everybody for watching live, those watching on the replay, and I got your audio now, Terry. So,
Okay, good.
welcome. So, why do we do what we do?
Wow.
I mean, because we're doing stuff every single day. We get up, we're some type of way, we're getting up in the morning. There's got to be motivation for us getting up in the morning.
Yep. Uh,
So, what is that motivation for getting up in the morning? Good morning, Natalie Gorman. How are you today? So, I'm asking a question. What's your motivation? And we all need to be asking that question. Why do we do what we do? Do we really want to be doing it?
mm, wow.
Have
Well,
you ever stopped to consider why you do what you do?
mercy, Mr. Percy.
Well, because motivation is everything. Do you do what you do to impress somebody else?
Mm, mm.
Dr. Teresa Sanders is over on Periscope. Hey, Teresa. She says to build an education alternative.
Wow. Hi, Dr. Sanders. How are you this
Uh,
morning?
one that works. So and somebody says the reason why they do what they do is because of their dog. Not
Wow.
and these questions I need to go look over on. Um, I'm gonna have to look at my iPad or my phone because I can't see some of the
Comments? Mm-hmm.
conversation uh, over there. But we're talking about motivation today. Do you do things because it's expected of you? Well, you're the oldest in the family. This is your. I had a
Role.
I second thought. There was a gentleman that I knew. He gave up whatever he was doing in California to move back to Ohio because he was the oldest in the family, and it was expected of him to take care of the rest of the family and the rest of the siblings. Hey, Pat. I I didn't understand that. He
Mm.
stopped doing what he was passionate about doing to go do something else, to take over the family business, as it were, or to make sure everybody else was doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Huh. How interesting.
Yeah, Natalie Gorman says her motivation is enriching her life. The way we do things changes. The way we do those things change over time.
I'm so
So her
glad
motivation,
too, Natalie.
yeah,
I'm so glad it changes over time. Um,
the reasons why we do something, like when the kids are no longer in school.
yes. Or when they transition out of the home,
Hmm.
um, when your status changes on the job, or when just when transition happens, we have
Right.
an opportunity to do something different. Are we motivated to do that thing, or have we lost our enthusiasm about it? because motivation means you're enthusiastic many times about
Right,
what's going on for whatever reason, be it negative or positive.
right.
Because a natural disaster can motivate you to move.
Oh, you mean when the bridge is going down or
Mm-hmm.
fire is coming? There were a lot of people uh, up in Northern California last year that were motivated to move.
Mm-hmm. All those fires, it was very difficult.
Alfredo says, my motivation was supporting my family is his number one priority.
I think that's high on a lot of our lists. And
Right.
sometimes we get so lost in the goal that we forget to have joy on the journey.
Mm. So on my notes, I have here motivation. There are some people who are motivated for the money
Mm-hmm.
and what the money will bring, because it's not just the money. Because if you perceive that money just will bring and solve all of your problems, there are some people who are motivated that way. And if that's the only thing motivating them, that means will you do anything and
Mm.
everything to get what the money that you want? I made mention about Scarlett O'Hara. What was her thing? I shall never be hungry again. That was her motivation.
Mm-hmm. That was so that's her mission and her vision to make sure that she's never hungry again.
They and we have people who grew up in the Depression who will not spend a dime just in case.
Or they're hoarding things because they don't know if they'll be able to get them again or afford them again, or and this is such a disposable society. um,
Right. It's
so
like, and then they're not making things to last long either. So
mm-mm,
you wear it and it's like, man, why has this got a hole in it where it used to be of quality?
mm-hmm,
Yes. Dr. Teresa Sanders says God allows discomfort or even pain to motivate us to move. Didn't cause it, but will allow it to push you out. Isn't that
mm,
what the birds do in the nest, baby birds, the parents make the nest a little uncomfortable,
yes,
motivate you to move.
and
Um,
sometimes they actually push the birdies out the nest.
yeah, make them fly.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Natalie says we have to redirect to what is relevant in our lives now. Fear of a new experience can keep you from following your passion. I have to step out of the boat.
Mm, mm-hmm.
And then Dr. Teresa Sanders continues her statement. Otherwise, we might not ever move. I've seen that. Have you
Ooh,
seen where people uh, just stay parked
yes,
and they never move
absolutely.
and they're quite content in their house?
Oh,
Yeah, I have seen people. They are, and like, who said something about hoarding? Was that you?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, so a hoarder has gotten content with just piling stuff up in their house. Bring it in, put it in. Bring it in, put it in. Nothing is ever going out, but it's all coming in, and but they're comfortable there.
That is so scary. And you know what? Especially in the society that we live in, because like you said, everything's so disposable. It's designed to be used and then, eliminated from our life and recycled into something else. Um, and if we don't do that, if the cycle doesn't have an outlet, it can really be devastating.
Hmm. Yep. Alfred, uh, this person says money is not a motivator for me.
Mm-hmm,
That's
mm-hmm.
okay. For a lot of people, money is not a motivation. For me, serving the client is more of a motivation than the money. Now, I'm not opposed to getting paid for serving the client, but the
Mm-hmm.
money is not the motivator.
Hmm. Okay.
Alfredo says, I also have true grit, hashtag true grit to go after my dreams, to be a good friend to Quentin, Tatum, Clint D, Johnson, and provide for my family. So he's got two things that's motivating him to go after those dreams. And we talked about that today. Even though you work a 9 to 5, you better
Mm-hmm.
work a 5 to midnight on your dream.
Mm.
Because 9 to 5 will get you the funds to help you see your destiny position, your destiny work, or what have you. But you still got to work it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
Dr.
goodness.
says the ketchup packet mentality.
I'm not sure I know what that means.
How many ketchup packets do you save? Because all my
Oh,
nieces
oh my
put
gosh.
all in the refrigerator.
Because you might someday need ketchup. Stop it,
Hmm.
people. Stop. Well, what you treasure, you measure. So if it's important to you to have ketchup, you're looking in there and you're counting, oh, I only have 29 packages. Maybe I maybe I need to get some more the next time I go. So
So how about we buy a bottle?
you see what I'm saying?
Okay. Dr. Sanders says yeah, the same with people. Sometimes you got to
Mm.
get them out. Never keep anyone in your inner circle past their expiration date.
Oh, I love that. Well stated. Well stated. uh, because we need to measure those things in our lives that we treasure. Are we getting value out of the time that we're spending, what we're putting into things? All of this is really important, and we don't have to measure it for financial reasons. We measure it just so we're aware.
Right.
Get to know ourselves. What are we really, putting things into putting into things in terms of time and effort and love and care, nurturing.
And the people now with Dr. Sanders' point,
Mm-hmm.
keeping people past their expiration date. Are you
Mm-hmm.
afraid to let them go because they are your cheerleader and they keep telling you, yeah, you could do it, but they're not helping you in any way. But you, other than telling you could do it, you could
She's
do it. Or are you hanging around them because you may be a little frightened to go out on your own
mm,
without someone being there, and they're motivating you? We could do it, although you might be called to go do something on your own that other person is not required to be in that position,
uh-huh.
but you're afraid to let them go.
Mm, mm.
The milk is spoiled now, but
Oh my goodness.
you still want
or
to drink it or whatever. It's
or
beyond.
maybe that particular person was not designed to be a part of everything. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm. And she said, or they are an anchor, but you don't want to be alone.
Mm, mm-hmm,
That's true too.
mm.
I just gonna hold on to this. Can't move, but I'm just gonna hold on to this.
Just dragging it around, dragging the anchor
Yeah.
around, trying to move forward.
Yeah. Try to move forward, but you can't because that person is an anchor. You move.
Wow.
So motive drives the commitment. How committed you're going to be to the thing.
It says here, motivation, desire or willingness of someone for acting or behaving in a particular way. So it's the desire and the willingness. You ever hear people who say, "Oh, I want to do this," but they're not willing to show up, be a part, whatever it is that's required of them. They're not willing to do that, and they don't even know that till it's time to show up. Maybe that's a sign that you're not really motivated. that the desire really isn't there. And that's okay, because you don't have to be motivated about everything.
Some things we may not need to be motivated for. What's the backstory? What's the backstory? Why are you, what is the whole reason for doing this? You know how the actors, they're going to take on a role. Okay, what's my motivation? Why is the character doing this? What's
Mm,
the purpose for the character being in this position? Are they not better served by being in a different position?
hmm.
So what's the backstory? The backstory could be, like we talked about, grew up in the Depression, so don't ever want to be hungry again. So now we hold on to the ketchup packets, put a little bit of water in the bottom of that shampoo container, and you swirl it around to get every last little drop out.
I was looking today on the counter in my bathroom, and I realized, there are soap chips in here. Why? What? What's up with that? Why?
Yeah, 'cause I never did understand the whole
I
soap,
don't. I
soap
don't
chip
understand that.
thing. The
I'm
little
not,
pieces of soap that's left. Now,
yeah.
I did know that there was a hack a lady taught us a long time ago. She said, get a old stocking, which people do not wear anymore. I'm sorry, pantyhose are on the house. And you put all of the little pieces of the soap chips in there in the pantyhose, and then okay.
And then you do what?
Well, you can still
Shape it
use it
into a
as
bar?
a what is that thing? The little loofah pad
Loofah?
thing? Loofah.
Loofah.
Okay, so but the soap chips are all in there. I say throw them out, but
I say throw them out. Let it go, people.
uh, Dr. Sanders says some people are just for a season, and you might be that anchor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When remaining the same hurts more than when remaining the same hurts more than
You
change,
change.
you're motivated to move.
That's beautiful. That is so clear. It
And
will move you when it starts, when pain shows up.
pain will motivate you.
You will
Uh,
reevaluate for
Carlos
sure.
says I have some motivation.
Okay. Hey, Carlos.
And then should we okay, so I'm gonna go to a different thing. So somebody mentioned pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know that we're supposed to be eating healthy, eating right, and so that we can maintain a healthy lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
right? Drink water and that type of thing. Are we waiting till the doctor says A, B, C, D, E, F, G before we're motivated to do something to be healthier?
Because we know better. The desire to be healthy should be enough motivation for us to do better. Listen, I mean,
Okay, say that one more time.
I said because we know better, the desire to be better should be enough motivation. Before we didn't know as much. We just had a little sugar. You know what I mean? And we didn't consider it a threat. But now that we know that these things can result in, exacerbating that condition, we should avoid that. Because what you measure, you will treasure. You measure what you treasure.
Mm,
Think about it. Every once in a while, don't you go in and look at your bank account? You're motivated to go over there and look.
right.
Because, you're using that tool. Well, the same thing with our bodies. We're using our bodies. We should be measuring what goes in and out, and sort of not sort of, but being more accountable. Let's just put it that way.
Really.
If we're looking to be aware of what's going on, and we're looking for it to change, we need to show up for ourselves.
So Somebody says, yeah, we shouldn't, but we do. And then Alfredo is asking Carlos, what motivation do you have, Carlos?
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, sugar is good
It's
for
food for
cancer.
mm-hmm.
It is. The cancer feeds off of sugar. But what do they put in everything? And it is sugar. Somebody mentioned something that sugar is just as addictive as cocaine.
Mm.
Chemical makeup, the chemical makeup is very similar, and
Wow.
so we want to know why we crave sugar. Well,
It's genetically engineered to make us crave it.
it is sugar is the chemical makeup of it causes you to um, crave it,
Wow.
and that craving becomes an addiction. And sugar is not your friend.
Mm. Mm.
It's in everything. Well, not everything. It's in a lot of things. I have to
It
learn
it is it's in
speaking
sneaky places, you know.
right where you
uh,
shouldn't find it, like in ketchup.
bread,
Yeah,
things that we ingest every day, you know, out of habit.
right. So, but like Horton, we know we have too much stuff, but we can't let it go.
Mm. Mm. Well, I've been delivered. I am so letting go. My garbage can is on overflow. I have to wait till the next round sometimes because I am purging. I just don't want people to have to clean out my house. If I should expire, I don't want them to have to go through changes. Let, just let me help you with this. Let me get rid of these taxes from 1984.
Right. So you have your motivation is not to leave
A
a
mess for people to have
mess.
to clean up.
Yes. Sometimes sometimes things serve a different purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so sometimes the food actually is not for food, it's for comfort, or I'm eating this because I'm feeling bad, so I'm going to go eat a pint of ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Alfredo says, but a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. See how we was programmed with the
Okay, wait a minute.
Mary Poppins?
Yes, and we
It's
know
still,
that's fantasy, right? That is fantasy. Hi,
yeah,
Penelope. How you doing?
but it still goes out. And then
Mm-hmm.
on a cellular level, it hits the pleasure center in the brain like dope. The
Mm-hmm.
pleasure center in the brain is called what is where the dopamine is. That's where they get the word dopamine, and it does. You eat the sugar, you feel good. 30 minutes later might be a different story, but you enjoyed it. Somebody said McDonald's fries are made with sugar. Is that why
Wow.
they're addictive? Seriously, because McDonald's fries are very good, but they are addictive.
Mm. Whoa. How do you get sugar in fries? Well, anyway, I don't want to know. Oh, wow.
Very interesting.
It really is. That's kind of scary too. Wow. Okay.
And somebody says Granny's Uncle Leo, Grandma Sonia. Uh, so uh, we have, what do you do? What's the motivation? See, what's your true motive? Let me tell you this also. God is looking at your motivation. Why are
Mm.
you helping out at the church
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
24/7?
Mm-hmm. Or at the school, or why are you volunteering for extra stuff on the job? Why are you why are you bringing stuff into the house that you don't need? What's the motivation for all those behaviors? All them, I'm retired. For all those for all those behaviors.
What's the, Alfredo says it's almost like adding sugar to pasta sauce.
And
Now,
I've
I don't
seen
know why
people
they
do
add
that.
sugar to. There's a reason for adding sugar to the pasta sauce is to cut the
Acidic.
acidity down in the tomatoes. I don't think we should be cooking tomatoes, but okay. It causes acid when you cook tomatoes. It becomes very acidic, and so they put sugar in it to cut that down.
Ah,
Okay, but that doesn't mean you use a whole 5 pound bag.
okay.
I kid you not, I have seen people make some Kool-Aid and the sugar is like this thick, swimming on the bottom of the,
Yes, it settled at the bottom. Pardon me.
yeah, it didn't even mix up.
Dissolve. It didn't dissolve because there was too much of it.
Carlos's motivation is, my motivation is to create a legacy by supporting the creative arts and building a new industry for it to thrive.
Wow.
Nice, Carlos, very nice.
That's a big one, Carl. That's wonderful. Carlos, you got deep on us.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
You have sobered us up this morning.
Thank you for stepping in, Teresa. She said she had to go to work, and but thank you for
Thank you
tuning
so
in.
much, Doctor, for joining us this morning.
Mhm.
We enjoyed your input.
Right, yeah, some of those points are very, very well done. So as we are wrapping up, because it's Thursday. I mean, it's not
Monday.
Thursday. It's Monday.
Mhm.
We want you to enjoy it. It's a holiday for a lot of people. How many people are not at work today because it's Columbus Day?
Well,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's Columbus Day today, so people are off work.
oh.
Yeah, see, when we don't go to work so much anymore, we're like, oh,
Not on a calendar, yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, and so you try and go to the bank.
Ah, and it's not happening, right? Wow. Wow. Well, that's good to know. Save me a trip if I'm planning on doing something like that, where it's
Right.
controlled, like the post office or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the whole conversation today is about check your motive. Make sure you're doing what you're doing because you want to do it, not because you were coerced into doing it, or you're doing it because somebody else thought you should be doing it, or you're doing it just for the money alone.
Or you feel obligated, or someone volunteered you. Oh, you're so creative. We're just going to put you on. They're informing you. We put you on the committee. Excuse
Yeah,
me?
not ask you. And then if you don't say no, you agree to hijack your own life.
Silence is consent.
Hmm. So make sure the reason why you're doing what you're doing is because you wanted to do it, not because of somebody else's expectations, not because of somebody else's motivation. Oh, she's real good at
Mm-hmm.
join up. Let's get her on our team.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get him on our team. He can help us do that. And meanwhile, your life and your vision is not being fulfilled.
Exactly. People lined up to bring you their phone to fix their phone. Wait a minute, do I look like a phone fixer? Is that my goal in life, to fix phones? Maybe not. Maybe I need to redirect them to someone whose goal is to fix phones.
Yep. Alfredo says commerce never sleeps. I have a 4 hour shift today, but that's okay. You got some extra cash coming in. Natalie is saying reset. Understanding
Mm-hmm.
retirement is around the corner for me. The morning I woke up without a schedule, a project, and an agenda, I was stunned for a minute. I did have a purpose, but I just don't have an agenda for the day. I just don't have a schedule. Should I go outside for a while, do my laundry, read it? Read it was a moment of nothing on my brain. However, what I didn't see is that it was the opportunity that I had been asking for and considered things for women's ministry and writing and speaking.
Mm,
So
mm-hmm.
here's what I got out of what she's saying. Get a schedule, because when you step over into not working for someone else, and Terry, you can speak to this as well, you still need to have a schedule.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Ah,
you own your own time and it's your day and you're in charge of it and nobody else is telling you what to do, but you better have a schedule for it or
because
else
if
you'll go ahead.
that's because if you don't, someone will give you something to do. So you need to figure out what is your motivation
Motivate.
and how do I, line that up with what my vision is for tomorrow, um, and proceed to pursue that. Also, you need a schedule because you don't want to become sedentary. You you need to know that you're getting in that exercise and different things that feed your brain, the things that you're used to. Because I know that Natalie's very active, so it's like, you know
Yeah.
what? Here's the opportunity to do all that stuff that you wanted to do, but you need to be deliberate about it. And you know that 'cause she's extremely disciplined. I think she just doesn't realize how that she really does have a schedule.
Yeah, but if you never write the schedule down
Hmm.
on a planner or somewhere, you have everything, but you can't see it. So therefore you think you're doing nothing.
Hmm. Yes. Hmm. You need to measure it. And what I mean by measure it is acknowledge it, be aware of it. You don't have to say, I did 8,000 push-ups today, or I ran around the block, but just exercise. I exercised. Okay,
And
good.
check it off the list.
Exactly. You give yourself some credit so that when it's time to celebrate, you say, so what did I do today? Oh, okay. I exercised. I got the laundry done. You know, and just start going down your list. I called grandma, whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Hmm. And
And
and that will also, somebody mentioned about the dopamine in the center of your brain. Crossing stuff off your list does the same thing as sugar. It gives you that little, whoo, that felt good to get something done and off the list. But if you don't see it, you don't see that you made uh, progress. And
exactly.
so Natalie says, I have a new focus. And, focus is real good. And it's something that you do every day without um, looking forward or something on your calendar. It's easy to slip into, I'm gonna binge watch such and such and such and such, or I'm
Hmm.
gonna
Hmm.
knock
Yep. And Jill says yes, it stimulates the mind and the body. Stimulate the mind and the body every day.
it out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And just she did a breathing exercise with us that helped us to get oxygen flowing throughout the body. Go take a walk.
Mm-hmm.
They say 30 minutes to an hour every day. Go take a walk just to keep you moving, especially if you're in a sedentary life. And
Mm-hmm.
there's something that I learned this week. Sedentary doesn't necessarily mean you're sitting all day. You could be standing in one place and not moving, and you're still at risk for the same type of things as if you sat in a chair all day. So standing at your standing desk is not necessarily the answer. You still need to move. Take a walk, take a run, do
So
some jumping jacks, do something, but you need to be moving.
don't be stagnant.
Right. So this has been a great conversation. I just want to say thank you for everybody who's watching live on the replays, all the comments coming in. We appreciate you. And look forward to talking to you all again. Tomorrow we will have TJ all the way from New York City, who will be sharing with us all about digital marketing and social media. social media management, what's going on in the world of Facebook and Instagram and all of that. She's always got great topics and conversation. Wednesday, we'll be here with Coach Karen talking all about your money and how to wrap your mind around how to get paid well and still do the things that you do, and investigating reasons why you didn't do what you were supposed to do with your money.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Thursday is Happy Habits with Robin Shimizu and friends, always talking about some ways to make your life healthier, because if you don't have your health, it's going to be hard for you to enjoy your wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday, we are back talking tech life with the tech divas. So we appreciate you being here. It's 8 o'clock or 8:40, 8:30, 8:44. So we're going to let you have the rest of your day. Terry, is there anything else you want to add before we sign off?
I just want to say, don't forget to go to the front of your own line. Have a great week, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.